Today, while I was at the gym wearing my black jacket, working out in it, a guy in the gym, he stopped me. He says to me that, bro, you look like EREN YEAGER with that black jacket on. Now, I have watched quite a lot of anime, and I know who EREN YEAGER is. I've watched Attack on Titans. So I wasn't certain if I should take his words as a compliment or if it is an insult, because my memory of EREN YEAGER is him looking like a goody two shoes, a slim guy, goody two shoes. I, on the other hand, not to brag, but I look like a gangster. So when this guy says to me that you're looking like EREN YEAGER, I wasn't certain if this is a compliment or if it's an insult. So I say to this guy that, man, I didn't know EREN YEAGER was as shredded. So this guy says to me that, man, have you not watched the last 2 seasons? I say to him that, bro, I've watched the first 2 seasons. I don't know if they were the last 2 seasons as well. He tells me that no, there are a total of 4 seasons. And in the last 2 seasons, EREN YEAGER has a change in his looks. So he tells me that, bro, if only EREN YEAGER was a little taller, if only EREN YEAGER was a little more muscular, if only EREN YEAGER was a little more good looking, he would look exactly like you. So when this guy from the gym, I don't even talk to this guy. And when this guy says this to me, I was like, okay, now I see it's a compliment. I say to him that, man, I appreciate the compliment. I really appreciate it. Then he pulls up a picture from Google of EREN YEAGER with his long hair on. And he shows that to me. I was like, what the fuck? I haven't seen this form of EREN YEAGER. The one which I have seen is of him having the short haircut. But in this picture, EREN YEAGER, he does look like an absolute gangster. So I was quite happy. The gym session, it ended. I went back home and I was thinking that, EREN YEAGER's physique, it's quite unique compared to other anime physiques, like anime physique of Goku, Vegeta, Baki characters. If you want to replicate those physiques, you would have to do shit ton of steroids, and then you would be able to possibly achieve a similar physique. On the other hand, EREN YEAGER's physique could be achieved naturally. It's naturally obtainable without the use of steroids. So it's a very unique physique on the scale of anime, and it's a physique which many people want. So I thought, you know what? I'll just make a video on how you could achieve EREN YEAGER's physique. So in one of my previous videos, I was talking about how you could achieve a physique better than Brad Pitt's physique from the movie Fight Club. So in that video, I had gone more in depth with what kind of exercises you have to do inside the gym to obtain the Brad Pitt physique from Fight Club. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you could obtain the EREN YEAGER physique while working out at home. So if you're someone who cannot afford going to the gym, if you're someone who just prefer working out inside your house, this video, it's meant for you, my friend. So for your workout program, for the chest, I would recommend you doing push-ups. You could do 3 sets. Each set try to do more push-ups than the last set, and do push-ups until failure. For the back, just do regular pull-ups. Again, you could do 10 pull-ups. In the next set, you could try to do 12. In the next set, you could try to do 14. Reaching the point of failure is much more important every time you're working out. For your legs, if you just do regular squats, you would have to do like hundreds of regular squats to actually reach your point of failure. So instead of doing the regular squats, I would recommend you to do pistol squats, which is basically 1 leg squat. And with 1 leg squat, if you do just 10 reps on each leg, you should be able to reach failure. Even less than 10, you should be able to reach failure. So it's a good exercise for legs. Although if you are facing difficulties with doing even 1 pistol squat, then you should try to learn how to do that 1 pistol squat using the negatives part of the movement. So if you still aren't sure on how to do pistol squat, there are countless videos on YouTube. If you want, I could make one for you specifically on how to do pistol squats. So let me know if you want that. Now for shoulders, I would recommend the boxer push-ups, as in Instead of the regular push-ups where you're keeping your hands beside your chest, for the boxer push-ups, for it to affect your shoulders, you would have to keep your arms around the midsection of your body and then do the push-ups. Another thing for shoulder which you could do, and I used to do, is you would want the wider look, right? For shoulders, you would need to work out the middle part a lot more compared to the frontal part. So for the middle part, when I was working out from home, I would just pack bottles inside of a bag and I would try to raise them, the lateral raise movement. So you could try that. Each liter of water, consider it 1 kilo weight, and you could keep increasing that until you reach failure. So these are the body parts which you have to cover. You have to make sure, however, that you're maintaining a good diet. So for diets, there are other videos which I have made and you could check them out. I've made a video on the supplement stack which I take, which isn't sponsored at all. So you could check that video too to understand which supplement you want to use. Now, because this video is focused and centered around how you could achieve a physique which is of EREN YEAGER, if you look at his physique, his abs are very prominent. So for you to make your abs pop, there are few things you'll have to keep in mind. One is, of course, you have to be in low body fat percentage. If you're over 20% body fat, of course your abs are not going to be popping. They're not even going to show up. So make sure that your body fat percentage is 10 to 15%. Then your abs would be visible, and for your abs to pop, you would have to do exercises which are specifically designed for abs. And now on the internet there are countless videos on ab exercises, so people get confused which one should you do. There are countless videos out there, right? So I understand how people would get confused. That's why I'll tell you, keep this in mind. You just have to do 2 exercises for your abs. Only 2. For both the exercise, do 3 sets. All 3 sets until failure. And this should be more than enough. The first exercise is what I like to call the leg row. When you're rowing a boat, you make to and fro movement using your hands, like this. So the reason I call this exercise the leg row is because on this exercise, you're gonna be laying on your butt with the support of your hand, and you're going to be pushing your leg in to and fro motion. That's why I call this exercise the leg row. This is number 1. This is gonna affect your upper abs. It's gonna make your upper abs pop. So make sure you do this exercise. And the second ab exercise I would recommend you is called the leg raise. So for this exercise, you lay on your back and you basically raise your leg up. And when you do that, while bringing your legs down, try to make the movement very slow. So you're gonna feel the effects of this exercise on your lower abs directly. And you have to do this exercise again until you reach failure. 3 sets. That's all. Just with these exercises, you'd be able to get the physique of EREN YEAGER. And there are so many people out there, countless people, who admire his physique. And it's naturally obtainable, so it's a good news. It's not, you don't have to pop steroid medication. You don't have to put injections in your body. You can achieve this naturally. It's a attainable goal for your physique. So I would really recommend you, if you have sight on this physique, within few months you're gonna notice the result. People might start getting confused when they look at you too, just the way this guy at the gym today got confused when he looked at me. They are also gonna question you that, bro, are you EREN YEAGER? You look so similar to him. So, just prepare your answers for that moment. That's the only downside of working out in the way which I described.